This pastry boutique opened in 2022 and has been a big hit ever since it landed on the scene. After seeing these delicate treats being artfully and skillfully designed, it's easy to see why. I'm Rachel Holt, and for today's unique adventure, we have the tough task of peeling back the layers of this sweet shop in the Flatiron District. The name Lisée is inspired by the French word for museum, and it's fitting because here you'll find edible works of art. The pastry shop creates delicious sweets that can mimic a teddy bear or an ear of corn. The only problem, they look too good to eat, but we're gonna try our best. Where does your love of pastry come from, and how did that lead you to here?
So it's a long story, but when I was young, my parents were very, they loved the art. They brought me all the time to the gallery, museum, and then art competition. It was like fun for me to play with the art. I also love food. That's the most important thing. I really love to bake the cookies and cakes and some tarts for my friends and family. So one day I just fell in love to be a pastry chef.
What's the inspiration behind the name Lisée?
It's two words, so Li from my last name, and then musée means museum in French. So it means Chef Li's Sweet Museum.
Not only does the shop here look like a museum, but your pastries are edible works of art.
Thank you.
What goes into the creative process when you're coming up with these?
So one, I start to design the visual and drawing, and then after that I try to find the interesting components or ingredients. Or the other way, it's about the seasonal ingredients. I love to work with the seasonal ingredients.
So you'll find different things on the menu here depending on what time you visit.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, you have to keep on coming back because you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's true.
Your menu blends three cultures that are very important to you, Korean, French, and the one here in New York City. How are you merging them all together?
I was born in Korea, and then 18 years old, I moved to France to learn the baking and pastry program. And then when I moved to New York, it was 2016, so it has been like 8 years so far. I define like as a Korean heritage, but French technique and New Yorkers like taste and ingredients. So I think all combined together naturally, like that's corresponds to my identity as well.
As you reflect on your business, you're making stuff that is very unique. Pastries out of corn and teddy bears. What has it been like seeing people receive this so well and winning all these awards along the way?
I think it is important when I make something, when I create something, it still makes me really fun and to enjoy to creating and the making and working. I'm still piping every day. I'm still working in the kitchen. Like that's normal, and then that makes me feel alive from that. So I think that's most important thing. When you make something that you have to enjoy and that you have to love what you're doing, what you're making, so and you have to be proud of it so that people can also love it as well.
I need to see how it's done. This is a corn mousse cake. What goes into it?
Corn mousse and corn creme, caramel, corn cake, and corn cookie, like everything.
Just eat it with the spoon.
Yeah. Roasted corn, and then white chocolate, cream, and some salt into it.
Okay, what's the first step?
So we're going to whip it.
So excited. Just the delicious smells that come out of this shop every day. I don't know if you even notice them anymore, but I couldn't do it. They smell too good.
Yeah, every time I feel good when I open the door. So this is the base of the corn, and then I'm going to pipe the corn kernel on it.
Okay, and I will just be closely watching this.
Yeah. Do you wanna try to pipe it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been watching you closely. We're gonna see how this goes. Look away. All kernels are not created equally in this pastry.
It's great. Like
Fork, please.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. What a treat seeing you do this in person. Cheers.
Cheers.
If all corn tasted like this, I'd be a lot healthier. This is incredible. For more sweet and unique places to visit in the tri-state area, visit our website, cbsnewyork.com.